We are live on YouTube. So, doing a live Q&A here. I haven't posted a video in a little while. It's been about a week because I actually ran out of space on my Mac. So I need to take all of my stuff off of the Mac just so I can actually edit more footage. So I have a lot of footage I need to edit and upload onto YouTube. But we're gonna be doing a live Q&A here just because, I haven't really talked to you guys and shared more about who I am as a person, what I like to do, my interests and stuff. So I did a poll on Instagram and I got a bunch of questions from people that were curious about learning more about me, just questions about that. So there is some questions I'm gonna answer that are even educational as well. I just got back from work, it's about 12 o'clock. So I'm gonna dive right into the questions. First question was, how old are you? I'm 22 years old. My birthday is June 30th, 1996. And I'm out of school now. So I dropped out of school last year. I graduated from college. Then I went to university for 1 year, did 1 year, and then didn't go back the next year. That was last year. So I've been 1 year out of school, just running my business and working also for Orange Theory Fitness. Going great, loving it. Second question is, when did you start working out? I started working out when I was 16. Right when I turned 16, I actually went and stepped foot in the gym. It was just a 24/7 small gym. I was working out with my buddy Marco, and I was super skinny. I was like 120, 130 pounds, and I was about 5'8", and I was just playing around with weights, and I got hooked instantly. I wanted to build an aesthetic looking physique. I was really shy growing up, so I wanted to build some more muscle. I always got made fun of for being really skinny. And that's why I went right to the gym, and I was excited to just try to build a physique. So I was just researching every single day. I was so interested in nutrition and training, just trying to optimize that for myself. And that's kind of how my obsession started. So it's been 6 years now. And next question is, why do you train and eat healthily consistently? So the main reason is just to achieve the best version of myself I can possibly achieve. So I'm always striving to improve myself. There's nothing more satisfying than progress in any area of life, and fitness is one of them that is very satisfying and measurable. So I am quite obsessed with structuring my training and nutrition just to optimize that and improve my body so I can feel better and I can look better. And if I look better, I'm gonna feel better. It goes hand in hand. So I always kind of do it to improve my own self-confidence. And I always struggled with that growing up for no real reason. I don't know, I'm not sure why, but ever since I was growing up, I was always just so shy and insecure. So that's why I really just always focus on trying to improve myself on the daily, just so I can feel better about myself and achieve more. That's really why I really do take that so seriously. Next question is, what are your short and long-term goals? That is a loaded question. I have a lot of different goals, but short-term fitness goal right now, I'm doing a mini cut. So my coach and I'm working with the coach, Jason Theobald, pulled back on my nutrition. We're doing a mini cut, dropping some body fat. So I've dropped down from about 188 pounds. Now I'm 181, 182. So I'm down about 6 pounds. We're gonna continue to probably cut for like a week or two. It might go down to 180, 179. And we'll probably just go back into a gaining phase. So that's the short-term goal for now, lose some body fat and maintain gym performance. Also short-term goals, I have a lot of financial goals. Within the next 12 months, I'm looking to invest in real estate, an investment property. Also, I have a lot of financial goals. I don't really wanna discuss those right now, but long-term fitness goals, I'm looking to compete again, but not until the time's right. So not until I have enough muscle tissue. I can't really do well on stage against other men right now. I just don't have enough muscle. So focusing on gaining more muscle, and then I'm gonna compete probably in 2 years or so. That's around the time zone time frame I'm kind of thinking in my head. And so I'm gonna be just doing some cutting and some bulking cycles just to gain more muscle and stay lean, and then compete in about 2 years. Long-term goals, again, I want to have more than 5 units, more than 5 investment properties within the next couple of years. Within the next couple of years, I'm looking to get my income up to $30,000 a month. Then, by the time I'm about 28 years old, my goal is $504,000 for the year, which is about $42,000 a month. And by the time I'm 30, I'm aiming for a $1 million income per year. That's through, I have a bunch of different ways and I'm gonna be achieving that. But for now, we're focusing on growing the influence and helping as many people as I can. I have the ultimate goal before I die to help improve 10 million lives through fitness. That is one of my major purposes in life. I've kind of done a lot of research for myself and now want to translate that and actually help as many people as I can. That's just how I'm getting more satisfied, other than the financial purpose as well. That's kind of my deeper why, just to help more people. And next question is, do you have a girlfriend? No, I do not. I am single. What is the fastest way to lose body fat? Fastest way to lose body fat, that's gonna be to actually go ahead and just create a caloric deficit. There's a majority of different ways to go ahead and actually achieve that, but one way would just be to calculate your caloric maintenance using a macronutrient calculator. Try hitting that number every single day, weigh yourself every single day for 7 days, see how your weight fluctuates. If it went down a little bit, congratulations, you found a way to lose body fat. If it only went down like half a pound, then you can try decreasing from there by about 200 calories. So let's say you're a male and you're eating 2,400 calories a day, you're training pretty regularly, and you notice after 7 days you lost a pound. That's awesome. That means you're in about a 400 to 500 caloric deficit. So your maintenance might be 2,900 calories. If you want to get more rapid fat loss, you want to start seeing 2 pounds lost per week, then you can just drop it again by another 200 to 300 calories. Try 2,100, maybe 2,200 calories a day instead of 2,400. Do another 7 days and you might lose a pound and a half or 2 pounds a week. Congrats, and you found a pretty rapid fat loss approach. You want to keep it there until you plateau. If you plateau, just add in some cardio, or again, pull back again. You can go down to 1,900, drop another 200. A lot of different ways, but the moral of the story here is the fastest way to lose body fat is to create a caloric deficit and sustain a caloric deficit through a prolonged period of time. You can do that by either expending more energy or you can put in less energy. Two sides of the equation. Obviously, hormones play a factor. Obviously, insulin sensitivity is also a factor. There's a majority of different things that can also play into this role. But when it comes to the basics, it's all about calories in versus calories out. Other things come into play, but that is the basics. That's how you're gonna lose body fat. So figure out your caloric maintenance, reduce it by 500 calories or so, and just stay consistent. Consistency is always the key. Fastest way to build muscle is the next question. That's a great question as well. So fastest way to build muscle would be to go ahead to eat in a caloric surplus and progressively overload in the gym on a weekly basis. Two basic things. You do those two things, I can absolutely guarantee you will gain the most amount of muscle you could possibly gain. Unless you added steroids into the mix, then you would really gain the most muscle you could possibly gain. Do not advise that. I do not advise that. You could run into health concerns. But that is exactly how you're gonna build the most muscle. So again, figure your caloric maintenance. If you have 2,800 calories a day and you're a male and you notice that after 7 days, you completely maintain your weight, try upping just by 200 or 300 calories. So go to 3,000, maybe 3,100, and you might notice you might gain 0.3 to 0.5 pounds per week. That's pretty optimal because you're gonna be gaining a minimal amount of fat and the maximum amount of muscle. You don't really wanna be gaining 1 to 2 pounds per week because the majority of that's gonna be fat, and you get fat very quickly. So try to find a surplus where you only gain 0.3 to 0.5 pounds per week, and then also structure your training so that way it is progressive. You wanna be doing more volume next week than you did in the previous week. That can be in terms of more weight, more reps, lower rest periods, more sets, lots of different ways to progressive overload. If you have any questions about that, shoot me a message. That's how you gain the most muscle. Next question is, does overtraining exist? Yes. It definitely exists. You can overtrain, and it's easier than you think to overtrain. I've noticed I've overtrained my entire life. There are really some genetic variability here. Some people, it takes a lot more to overtrain than others. Personally, actually, it doesn't take much for me to overtrain. So I really found that 2 days on, 1 day off is optimal for me, myself personally, and not very many sets. So I might do about 5 exercises or so in a given workout, 3 to 5 sets. Not all sets taken to failure. So really, you need to be staying away from failure. Only go to failure really in the last set of each exercise. If you go to failure too often, you will run into overtraining and you won't be able to do as much volume as you could in the long term if you stayed away from failure. So ideally, you wanna have about 1 or 2 reps in reserve. 1 or 2 reps in reserve means that you went all the way, let's say you did a set of 10. On your 10th rep, you could have done 1 or 2 more reps. So you want to leave some reps in reserve so that you have more energy to actually go ahead and do more sets with that same given weight. That's how you're going to be ensuring you're accruing more volume, and that's how you're going to be gaining more muscle and staying away from overtraining. With that, you need to be making sure your recovery is on point. That means sleep, that means food, that means hydration, that means de-stress. You need, meditate, go for walks, nature walks, things that are proven to lower your cortisol. If you have your cortisol elevated chronically for too long, you will run into overtraining symptoms and you won't be able to gain muscle as quickly or even lose body fat as quickly as you could be. So yes, overtraining exists. How many hours do I sleep? I used to sleep 8 hours a day because I thought that was the holy grail. And what I really realized is I need to be sleeping 10 hours a day. I'm not kidding. For my body right now, I noticed, if I don't set alarms, then my body sleeps for 10 hours. That means my body does require 10 hours of sleep every single day. So there's no use giving myself less sleep. You also do build up anabolic hormones such as growth hormone and testosterone in your sleep. So do not neglect sleep. If I had to give recommendations, the bare minimum you can get away with is 6 hours a night because that's how long it takes to go through all 4 sleep cycles. But if you have poor quality of sleep, you might need to sleep longer to get that same amount of sleep quality. So I would recommend 7 to 9 hours, 8 to 9 hours preferably. But if you're one of those people that can get away with lower sleep, then go ahead. But again, be careful. If your body needs more sleep, just give it more sleep. You're gonna be more productive when you're awake anyways. So I sleep 10 hours a night now. If I go a few days of sleeping 7 or 8 hours, then I hit a wall. I feel terrible and I'll need like a 4-hour nap. Not even kidding. Just a couple days ago, I only had 3 days in a row of 7 hours of sleep. The next day I didn't have to wake up early. I let myself sleep in. I slept for 15 hours. 15 hours. I'm telling you, my body needs more sleep. So 10 hours a night. Last question, what do you do on your spare time? That is a loaded question. That's a great question. On my spare time, I really read. I read for a few hours every single day. It's not really spare time because that's structured. I structure my whole day regardless. So I generally have free time because my day is planned out. But what I do consider free time is when I read, or if I have some extra time, I'll do a hot yoga session, like a 1-hour hot yoga session. I really like that. Hot yoga is just like yoga and a sauna. So I sweat a lot anyways, but it's kind of like a nice cleanse. So I'll read, or I'll do a hot yoga session, or I'll watch YouTube videos. Those are definitely the 3 things I do in my spare time. What do I do for work though? Usually, I might as well add this in actually. When I work, so when I'm being productive, I will be working at Orange Theory Fitness. So I'll be teaching some fitness classes. When I'm not at work there, then I'll be working at home, checking in with clients, responding to clients' emails, adjusting clients' training programs or meal plans. So I might have to switch around their macros, switch around their foods, or swap out some food sources if they get bored with food sources. Really see the underlying problems, why clients aren't progressing, be in constant communication just so we're on the same page so I can make adjustments accordingly. Also taking in new clients, so giving them client intake forms, answering new clients' questions before they start, creating new clients' protocols before they start. That takes a long time because I have to be researching through all of their questions in the questionnaire. So I send about a 30-question questionnaire, very detailed, to figure out everything I need to know about them personally so I can customize their protocols towards their goals. Also going hand in hand with people on Instagram, just replying to a lot of DMs. People have questions, just general questions about their scenario. They might give me their stats and say, hey, 5'8", 220, looking to lose body fat, what should I do? And I'll give some general answers there. I'll plan my social media content, so I post at least 3 times a day on Instagram, and it's always informative, usually peer-reviewed. So I'll read peer-reviewed literature beforehand, and I'll write up some captions that I just have ready to post on my Instagram, and I'll get some content, either some pictures of myself posing, or just get some nice shots, or even some workout footage, and then I'll attach the peer-reviewed captions on there. And then I'll record YouTube videos, and I'll also edit and post YouTube videos. The editing takes me quite a while. I'm not very good at editing, so it takes me a few hours to put together a video, especially if it's a vlog. There's a lot of footage to go through, and also plan my YouTube content, my YouTube schedule. Lately, as like I said, I'm falling behind because I actually just ran out of space on my Mac. So I gotta fix that, and I'm gonna get back on the grind. But that's basically what I do for work. And then I also, I just planned a free fat loss webinar. So I have a lot of projects I'm doing on the side. I have a lot of different things I sell, just different ways I'm trying to help people achieve their dream body. So I'm really trying to figure out how I can help people achieve their body, make it as easy as possible, and create some kind of product and solution for them at a reasonable price. That's what I do, a lot of brainstorming. And yeah, that is what I do. I have a full morning routine. I meditate, I journal, write down my goals, my targets. I keep my goals fresh on my mind. I plan every single day the day before, every hour by the day, so I know exactly what I'm doing. I'll meal prep, I'll cook all my food, make sure that I have all my meals for every single day. I'll have about 6 meals per day. 3 meals have carbohydrates in them, 3 meals do not have carbs in them. The 3 meals that have carbs, one of them is in the breakfast, first meal, and the other one is pre-workout, the other one is post-workout. I also have an intra-workout shake. Later on, I'm going to train arms and calves. In about 30 minutes, it's gonna be 12 o'clock. I'm going to need to hit up a mastermind. I'm in a mastermind group, so I'm going on a live call. It's gonna keep me motivated, stay on track of my business goals, and keep me working towards my targets that I have for my business. So that is a lot about me, and I have Invisalign braces. I took them out so I could speak for you guys. So when I have them in, it's like a mouth guard, so I cannot speak very well. I have a lisp when I speak. I also just got back from Orange Theory Fitness. I was just speaking for 5 hours, teaching classes, and my voice is starting to go. I'm very thirsty, but that is it. So again, if you have more questions, shoot them in the comments below. If you enjoyed this, give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more videos like this, you want to learn more about me instead of seeing vlogs all the time or just seeing workout footage, then leave it in the comments below, and feel free to subscribe for more vlogs, more informative bodybuilding content, and more live videos like this. I want to give you exactly what you're looking for, so let me know what you guys enjoy, and take care. My name is Anthony Pietrobono. I'm an online fitness coach, fitness author, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.